Hello.
Hey, hello.
How are you everyone? Habari zenyu, hamjambo. Welcome again to this live chat that we've got going on today. We've got a really interesting topic. My name is Priscilla Ngasha and I've got a few guests here. Today we've got a topic of the week and we're going to introduce ourselves to those who don't know us. And our topic of the week today is going to be what do you need to get this business up and running? This is a question that we get constantly, and it is a question we're not tired of answering because you answer one person today, another one comes tomorrow. And when you're in business, you're not going to be tired of repeating the answers to people because we keep getting different people asking us the same question. So I will introduce myself and then I'll pass the baton to the next person to go ahead. My name is Priscilla Ngasha, and I live and work in Victoria. In my head, I was thinking South Australia. I just moved from South Australia. So, in case you see previous videos, I'll be talking about being in South Australia. I am a school teacher. I am a mother of two girls and a wife. And I am a digital business owner and a mentor. So, welcome. Get yourself a cup of tea and listen. And if you've wanted this question answered, you're in the right place. So maybe I can pass the baton on to the person next to me. Shiro, if you can introduce yourself, please.
Hi, guys. As you've heard, my name is Shiro, or I'm also called Priscilla. I am also a mom to three girls. I am a wife, and I am a business support officer by day, but I do that part time. And I am a digital mompreneur and a digital business mentor. I am coming live from Canberra in Australia. Um, It's good to be here again. It's good to be, talking about this because watu wengi wanatulizanga hii swali about what do you need to run a digital business because watu wengi hawajui. So it will be an interesting topic. So get your popcorn, get your warm blanket if it's winter, wherever you are, and let's do this together.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Betty, would you mind introducing yourself for anyone watching us?
Hi everyone, it's Betty here from the UK. So it's a good afternoon from us on a Friday. My name is Betty, originally from Kenya. I'm a wife and a mom of two girls, and I'm also an online business mentor and a coach, and also a business owner. So it's great to see you all here. Those who are watching us live and those who will watch us on the replay. Topic is very interesting because, as Priscilla has said, it's something that we are always asked, and we never get tired to explain it to everybody who is coming in, somebody who is new or someone who wants more explanation about the business. So thank you, and it's good to be here.
Awesome. Karibuni. So, now, today, we're going to be tackling a really interesting question. It is a loaded question because when people ask us, what do I need to do? So someone will come and text me or they'll be on my WhatsApp. They'll be like, I've seen you talk about this digital business. Can you tell me what I need so I can do my digital business? There's a whole myriad of answers. And so today we thought we'll come and break down for you the things that you physically need. What do you
Yeah.
physically need to run the business? And then there are the things that you need within yourself, in your heart and over here in your head. Indo iria ũgũbatara nĩgetha ũgĩka biacara yaku rĩ, you're being successful in your business. So that's some of the things we're going to be tackling. And I'll go ahead and talk about some of the physical things that you need to run your business. Now, this could be anywhere you are because a lot of people who come in and watch us, they watch us from the UK, they're watching us from Kenya, they're watching us from Australia, they're watching us from Texas, uh, Sydney, just a myriad of
Everywhere.
places. Let's just be honest, people are just watching us from everywhere. Na nimwakeigua, mimi niko Victoria, Shiro over there is in Canberra, Betty over here is also now in the UK. So we are all over the world, even us on this show. Now, let's talk about the things that you physically need. you're going to be needing a laptop. So right now, when you're watching me, you're watching me through my laptop. So a laptop is one thing you're going to need. This could be an old laptop, new laptop, it doesn't matter. In fact, my laptop, I bought it a second-hand one because there are so many fantastic second-hand laptops you can buy here in Australia. There are so many shops that sell second-hand, like Rebello, Oz Mobiles. They sell fantastic laptops, and also you need a phone. So your phone is your day-to-day thing that you will need, but the laptop is fantastic for doing the major setup. Tunawambianga, we're providing you with website setup. We're providing you with a sales funnel. For you to properly see all these things and for you to access them properly, the laptop is the best forum. Negetha biashara yaku, you're looking at your website, you need to see. Nĩũrabatara kuona website yaku rĩ ĩkũhiana atĩa on a laptop na ĩkũhiana atĩa on the phone. So you're going to need both at the same time, and your major setups will happen on the laptop. Know your day-to-day running of your business. How nedimo. Me, I use my phone. A lot of people will get a business phone so that you can separate your business from your personal stuff. And that's still well and good. So those are two physical things, but the most important one of all the above to connect them is obviously Wi-Fi. And if you're like, and it doesn't even matter, there are people who do this business in Kenya. Now, no, you get all of us, we've actually seen people who do this business in Kenya, isn't it? Runtokiuge onawe Kenya, bundles ciaku wĩnacio. Tuseme unanunua bundles zako kwa Safaricom, you need that internet connection. Because when we say we've provided you with the training, you access your wherever you are, whenever your training utaipata aje, utaipata kwa internet. So need access ya log onto the internet. Na need a way to log onto the internet through your phone or your laptop. So I think I've mentioned 3 hardwares that you need. And let me say the most interesting thing about starting a digital business, if I'm not sure what country you're in, but you can get tax refunds. Betty, do you get tax refunds for the things that you're using in your business in the UK? Okay.
Yes, we do. Sorry. Oh yeah, I was on mute. Sorry. Yes, you do. We also do the tax returns here. So anything and everything, absolutely everything you do and anything related to your business, every expense, it is all taken care of. Yeah.
Tax. And I know the same is true. I know the same is true in the US, na Canada, na najua hata Australia. In fact, hata sasa mimi hii internet yangu natumia kwa nyumba, you can subsidize it. You can do your tax refund, and your laptop, you can claim it, and a business phone, if you get a business phone, down to even the pen and papers that you're going to be using, you can put that in your taxes. So that's just one thing that I've mentioned that you're going to need. And maybe I'll leave it up to there and then I'll come back. I'll come back later. I'll give someone else a chance to say something so I don't monopolize the conversation. Betty, do you wanna jump in and talk about something else that we need?
I just wanted Shiro to go first and then I'll get someone at the door. Sorry.
Sawa.
No worries. I'll take you up there. Now, Priscilla has spoken about those 3 things, the laptop. Let me just add, why she said about the laptop is because our business is global and you can do it from anywhere. And most of you will probably go away for weekends or you travel to another country. So the laptop is for you to carry your business around with you. Otherwise, you can use a desktop if you have that at home, if you don't have a laptop, but it would be good to have a laptop so you can move around with your business. Now, another thing that you need in our business, other than those hardware, you need a budget. There is no business that you cannot start without a budget. The only good about our business is you don't need much in a budget because why most of the things are done for you. The sales funnel is done for you. The website is done for you. The only thing you need to purchase is your domain because we cannot purchase a domain for you. You need to choose your own domain. You need to choose how you want it to be. So you need a budget because if you ever find a business that doesn't require some capital, even if it's a bit of capital, please come and share that idea with us, because we would love to start a business that doesn't need capital, a legit business that doesn't need capital. But for us, we don't ask for much. And it's when somebody actually did the maths, because a lot of people here, we have accountants, doctors, all, all kind of professionals here, even school dropouts. It doesn't matter who you are. Somebody did the maths and they said, if you were to start at the business, like we have our digital business, if you were to start it, they did the maths and they said, you, for all the things you need, all the startups, all the setting up, all the training you go to market in school and all that, it will probably come to about $80,000 to $100,000. So just
Yeah.
imagine that. Just imagine that. And most of us, when we start this business, we are probably starting at the highest. Like I can say, when I started, is we have payment plans, and we'll start probably, most of us start about $10,000. So just imagine the difference between $10,000 and 80 to 100,000, and the returns that you get when you do your business, when you work hard on your business, and the returns you get. So if you compare that, I would rather do this, that somebody is doing all that back work for me, that I save up on this amount of money and invest it somewhere else, than go and use that 80,000 to 100K, spending the time to go to school, spending the time traveling back and forth from work to school or home to school. But when I can do this business right at my, in my house, it doesn't matter where I am or wherever I am. Even when I go on holiday, I can do it from there. So you need a budget. You need that startup capital, because as I said, any business, any legit business that you start it needs a budget. So think about that, because as they say, you need money to make money anyway. Isn't that what the saying goes?
So true.
Yeah.
True, yes.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's one other thing that you need. I'll pass on the baton to Betty.
Thank you. Yeah, I agree with you. So many people come and say, "Oh, I'm looking for a business that I don't need to invest financially," and I'm like, do those businesses even exist? Because I always say, even when you're going to work, you might think that you're not investing, but you are, because the first 30 days you will have to go to work, you will pay your bus fare, or you will fuel your car, you will go and have lunch. All those things, if you put them together, is the money that you would have used to start going to work, so then they can pay you at the end of the week or at the end of the month. It's the same with this business. So for me, I know the ladies have touched physical things, and I'm also going to touch something physical before we go into mindset and all those. But I am a big believer in doing your due diligence. Yeah, I know you guys, you've been seeing us, and I've spoken to people who are saying, "Oh my God, I've been seeing a lot of you talking about this business, but what is this all about?" And we always say that once you pay the $149 in our business, then we put you into our community, or we also introduce you to our logistics companies, our partners that we have partnered with, for how we make money. So I always say this: do your due diligence. And doing your due diligence is not just about the companies or how the business works. It is also doing your due diligence to see, yes, I have all these businesses. Yes, I have all these things that I want to do, but which one is going to help me work smarter rather than harder? And that is where our system comes in. Because there are so many businesses out there. You can even decide to go and start knocking on people's doors, selling them things. That is also a business. But how much effort or how much energy and time are you spending, and how much money are you getting in return? So we always say, try and work on your considerations of who are the best, which is the best company, or who is the best, which one is the best program for me to join. And the reason why I'm saying that is because we all have 24 hours. These 24 hours, the same 24 hours we have is the same Mark Zuckerberg has, the same, Jeff Bezos has, the same somebody who is working 15, 20 hours shifts, and so many days being away from home, is the same 24 hours that we have. But the difference between these two people is that one of them is working hard and the other one is working smarter. So you have to consider that. So when you are out there looking for something to do, ask yourself, what kind of a business do I want? And that is why we explain our business the way we explain it on internet, say Facebook, any social media platforms, YouTube and stuff. Why we explain the way we explain is because we want you to know that you can check all those boxes. And the first thing is what the ladies have spoken about here: the internet, the phone, the smartphones, the laptops. We speak about the budget. We also speak about the training. We speak about mentoring. We speak about coaches and supportive community. We also, most importantly, we don't forget to speak about our community, because number one, if you're out there and you have been watching us, or you're looking for a side hustle, and maybe you are in a situation where most of us who are in our community were, you know that you deserve better, you know you want a side hustle, you know that the money you're making from your employment is not enough, so you're looking for something but you don't know where to start from. You don't know where to start, but you know that there is an urgent need for you to start making more money. Now, when you're thinking about that, that is now where those considerations come in. What kind of a business do I want? This is me. I am very, very green. I have never done this before. What kind of a business am I looking for? Of course, you will need somebody who will guide you, because this is you. You've never done it before. You might say, I am not educated. I am not tech savvy. I have never done business before. So when you come in, you're looking at somebody we call a mentor or a coach. This is someone who will hold your hand and guide you. So this is somebody who has already made those mistakes in the past. So they will come and put you on the right path for you to now start creating your business. Then you will also need a system. And the system is, if really, truly, truly you're looking for freedom, you don't want them to come and start a business that will take more of your time, or the little time you have, it will come and take all that for you. So you also need to look at the system. You need to look at the community. So many are times where people do businesses alone. They don't know where to start. They don't know who to talk to. But when you have a community, you tend to be successful a little bit faster than when you're doing it on your own. Yeah.
Mm.
And then obviously we talk about training. And our training, I always insist on this. I don't know about you ladies, but every time I'm speaking to people, it doesn't matter whether these are people who have gone to university or stay at home, say from university stays at home, people who have said I didn't finish school. But I always make sure that I always mention this to them, that our training is very much simplified, step by step, video based. Because again, because of the time that we are trying to save, you don't want people to start feeling like you have taken them back to school. It's like they are doing lecturing again. You want them to feel, I can actually maximize my time on my training at a minimum amount of time. I
Yeah.
always say you can finish our training, you can finish a section of our training while you're waiting for the bus out there. So for me, those are the things I would want to talk about today. Consider, give
Mm.
yourself that consideration of, yes, I want to start a business, but what kind of a business it is. So, and that is why we proudly talk about our business, because we are giving you all those things. Yeah. So thank you.
Asante, those are really good points. And I think we'll come back to them. I've really liked how we've touched on the physical things we need to run a business. And if I can just also add on to what Shiro has said, it is really crucial as you're doing your own due diligence out there. Karibu nituge ugikorwo someone has told you start a biashara na amekwambia start a biashara somewhere na anakwambia ati hapana, hakuna kitu utafanya, you had better run away or you had better really chunguza, because there is nowhere ona nituge urahingura duka hauja, even when you're getting things from China or you're even getting things from Marigiti, you will always need to source whatever you're getting to bring it to you. So biashara, sure, they're just by the way the word itself implies it, and I think this is where a lot of us get lost, because we how can you assume that starting a business, it is not a job? You're not going to come in and do something and then at the end of the month you're remunerated. That's a job. But a business is
Mm.
where you're looking for something for yourself. You're coming in willing to put in the time, to put in the effort to learn, retrain, and use the internet. Because one thing about the internet, number one, it's very young. It's just, even us, and honestly, we're in our 30s, as we saw internet when we were what? In our 20s. So this internet is not even more than 20 years old. So, and it's growing. It's going to be exponential. It just keeps growing. It'll keep getting better. And the more you should actually look into getting into it now when it's young, and as it's growing. So it's not going anywhere. You had better, those of us who are out here and we're really looking to leverage and we're looking for something else to do, this is a really easy way to get started that is not taxing on you, that is flexible. All right, now before we go into other things, maybe we can talk about. So we've talked about working capital, we've talked about the day to day that you need to run your business, and I think Betty, you've touched on how there's provision of mentorship and training. And I like that you've mentioned, which is really, really important, the flexibility of access of that training. So earlier on, I talked about having a phone and a laptop, and Betty has talked about this training. You access it anywhere you are, which means you could be waiting for a bus, you could be in a bus going somewhere, you could be walking, and you're able to still access your training on your phone or on your laptop. And that's what we need. You need to have that access. Betty, maybe if you could touch a little bit on mindset, and then I'll take over from there in terms
Yeah.
of what you need to run your business.
Hmm. Right. Thank you. Um, Priscilla, I've always said this too, and I think
Mhm.
this is something I say almost every day. For me, I salute and I respect anybody who wake up one day and they suddenly realize, you know what, I am employed. There's nothing wrong with my job. I am happy with my job,
Yeah.
but I know I deserve better. But at that point, right there, where you realize I could do better than however much money I get at the end of the month, I could do better than the 10 hours that I work every day. The moment you realize that, that
Yeah.
is your mindset starting to change. And
Mm,
that is the moment you realize I can actually be better. I can actually better myself. So when this happens, and this happens to everybody, let us be honest, you know. And there are so many times when you go out there, you've seen something and you desire it, or you see something on TV, you're like, oh, I wish I was on holiday like that. Or, you know, you always think about those things. But what do you do to make those things happen? And that is where mindset comes in. So
mhm,
once you realize that I deserve better than my employment, I deserve more money, or I am looking to change my family's life, what are you doing about that? Because so many times we say those things, but we never do
mm,
anything about them. And there is a book that I am reading, and this guy is saying it is always very good to follow up on your desires. And following up on your desire simply means if you have like a desire to have a dream car, don't just sit there and say, oh, I wish I could have a car like that. You
eh,
know, start working on it it has to start with your mindset. Start living as if you already owning that car. And why I am saying that is because so many a times once we say we deserve better, maybe I could look for a side hustle, something that will make me more financially better. We don't do anything about that because number one, we allow our minds to be populated by something we call fear. So when fear kicks in, and mostly fear kicks in because you're in a comfort zone, you're in that bubble of, but I'm employed, I get paid at
mm,
the end of the month, or maybe, oh, I am married, my partner also brings in something. Oh, and then you start thinking, oh, maybe we could sacrifice a few things. Maybe we could stop maybe eating out. Maybe we could stop buying or going to the salon. Maybe I could take extra shifts. That is now fear starting to run you, or rather to control you. Because the first thing you think is, I want change. But then you're like, who? What if I go looking and then I get scammed? What if I go looking and it doesn't work? The moment that what if, that is also a mindset. What if comes in, it blocks everything, it blocks all the possibilities. So for me, I always say every time you think that this is what I want to do, this is where I am, but I want to be here. And that is why we have vision board in our business. We love to do our vision boards. We do all these saying by this time I want to be here. I want to have gone on my dream holiday. I want this kind of a car. It is because you're already affirming those things. You're already saying, this is what I want. But for us, we don't just sit on them. We start working with on those things. So you first of all have to change your mindset to it is not possible. The moment you realize that you deserve better, you also have to say to yourself, yes, I deserve better, and actually, I can do it. It is possible for me to start earning six figures. It is possible for me to drive my dream car. It is actually possible for me to retire early. I don't have to wait for 65 years to retire.
Yeah.
How old am I now? Oh, yeah, I can retire now at 30 years because we have seen people retiring even at 20s in our business. So, when you start saying those things to yourself, when you start affirming them, when you start manifesting them, then what you're doing, you're now starting to feed your focus and your positivity and the possibilities of that happening. And what you're doing, you're starving the fear, you're starving the procrastination, you're starving any negativity. So you're telling your mind, you know what? I know we are scared. I know it's out here, it's on the internet, everything goes on there. But you know what? Let us go in and dance in that storm until we make it. So you have, first of all, to have that mindset, that belief of, I can do this, self belief first. And I always say this to people, when you come in and start doing this, please forget about your family members and your friends, because those are the people who will hold you back. They will say,
Mm.
"Oh, who do you think you are? You can't even do it." And then there is this thing, and I was talking about it here the other day. You might look at your village or your family and say, "Hey, Ati, I want to drive that new Land Rover Defender. How na how na gwitũ mũndũ ũrĩa warĩ mũtongu mũno atwaraga mũithikiri." You start, yeah, because that is all the level that you can see. But when you start affirming it, you will do all that and more. But if you start thinking, oh, I can't do it, what are the people gonna say? Or if people start seeing me posting things on Facebook, what are they gonna say? Leave people alone. Their opinions are not going to change your life. They're not going to pay your bills. Their opinions are not going to give you those dream things that you have been dreaming about. So run and run with the opportunity that you have received, and run with it like a boss. And I always say that. So your mindset have to start from the moment you say, I am sick and tired of mark timing in my 9 to 5. I am sick and tired of paying the bills, and I don't see anything else. It is time for me to do something better. That is where your mindset starts. But what are you doing about that? Are you taking the action? Because the action is one of the things that you have to do to start activating your blessings, to start activating your opportunities. You take action and then you start working on it. Once you come in, let your mindset stay up there where you will remain consistent. Don't come in and start the business and then sit down. Nothing is going to happen. You have to keep up with that mindset that it is possible. Every day you wake up, you look at yourself in the mirror and say, it is going to be a good day. I am going to make it. My business is going to prosper. I still have a problem with Monday. Me here. I still have I
Don't
don't know
feel.
why. Me and Monday, we don't get along. But nowadays, I am always waking up on Monday and saying, it is going to be a good day. It is going to be a good week. It's going to be a fruitful week. Even though, for some reason, on Monday in this country, it rains. I don't know why. It either rains or we have high winds or it is snowing. Three of the things. And you're thinking, I have to get out, take the kids to school, get rained on, all those things. But I am now starting to make peace with Mondays. Monday is spiritual because it is the beginning of a new week. New week, new blessings, new vibes, new opportunities, new wins. Start. All that is what we are talking about. Mindset. Might start feeding your mind with something good. But if you wake up every Monday, you're like, guy, oh guy, more than you. I tell you what, you will find that manager waiting for you at the door, and
Mm.
it will just start going wrong from there. But when you wake up and you speak to your day, you wake up, you speak to your business, you wake up, you speak to your family, you wake up, you speak to yourself, especially yourself. Start feeding yourself with those positive things. You will start seeing the results. And in our business, in our program, we all know here that one of the things we talk about a lot, one of the preaching things that we talk about a lot is mindset, personal development. Because there is no way you are gonna win or get the things that you're talking about if your mindset is stuck on negativity. So, you know what I always say? Maisha maya ni kwigũrũkia. Kwigũrũkia tu. Ĩma, ũkamenya fiu between me and my poverty niko tu na 40 pounds. Na ũgathiĩ waikara mũkawa-inĩ ũkanyua the best milkshake they have. Na nginya ũkanjia kwĩra wĩ mũkawa, the best mũkawa in UK or in London, ũkanjia kuona tarĩ kuo rĩ. Then before you know it, actually, ũrĩthiaga ũgaikara kũu thĩ, ũkarĩa kĩrĩa gĩothe ũkwenda, na ũkarĩha, na ũkauma gũtarĩ mũndũ ũkũrĩtie kĩũria. Because you have affirmed it, you have manifested it, you have worked on it, and you have achieved it. So mindset, guys. Thank you.
Now, to add on that, kejuge kindu kimwe andu uria waiga mundu gwika ati, people telling themselves, oh, ndingihota gwika uguo because mundu uria mutongu in a home only owned a bicycle. Kweragwo in our language kuga ni kwiira, ureira, as in urona like you don't deserve it. It's like you don't deserve it. Yani weirite ukeira ukona ndurabatara kwenda, ndubataire guikara maica mega, ndubataire gukorwo na undu mwega, not realizing that Ngai uria wakurehire thi no akurehire na gitumi. Gutire mundu utari na gitumi giake, kana ukwanjie handu haria wanjie gukuruma. Ona mwana akianjia gukuruma, ciana citu cikianjia gukuruma na cigitembea, ona ithuĩ twanjirie gukuruma na thaa ici nĩ ithuĩ turatembea. We are walking. We started by crawling and then we stood up, we fell, we stood up, we fell again, but look at us now. Gutire mundu ungiuga ndangihota gutembea. Koguo andu nĩ tukwenda gutiga kwinyururia kana kwiira, tukaiga, oh, I don't deserve the best, oh, I don't deserve this. Who said so?
Yeah.
You know, today I was listening to something and they said the best thing is being yourself.
Oh yeah.
It is the best thing is being yourself and being different. The worst thing is to be like everyone else. Be different. Eka kiundu andu marikwiraga we muguruki, what are you thinking about starting that? What are you thinking? What were you thinking? You are crazy. Let it be your crazy. Tell them it is okay. It is my crazy. I am the one dealing it with my crazy. Because a lot of us, we want, as I usually say, we want the soft life, we want the good life, but we don't want to work for it. But we are going to complain waking up very early in the morning to catch the train, the bus, or wherever we're going, to go and work for somebody else. And they say, if we do not work on ourselves, we will work forever building other people's empires. So we need to work on ourselves, love ourselves, tell ourselves that we deserve the best. We deserve the best, and then work towards getting that best. Because why not? Why not? And let us not, as Betty said, let us stop being, fear is good. Fear is good because the fear makes you to do your due diligence, as she said, to check out all that information. But let it not hold you against going after what you want. Because at the end of the day, I was telling one of my friends today, I was saying, we might wake up on next week and we go to the office and we are called into a meeting thinking you're probably being told something good. But they tell you, we are sorry. We are cutting off budget cuts and all that, and we have to let a few people go. Like today, I was actually asking my friend if their office is employing, and she said, what are you asking me, you're employing? People are being retrenched in my work, and still there are more to go.
Yeah.
So if we cannot take care of ourselves and cushion ourselves, that when that time comes, you will be like, it's okay. We will not get we will not get depressed. We will not be sad about it. We will live. We'll be like, it is fine. I'll be fine because I took care of myself and I started something for myself. So it is about time we do that. We need to put ourselves first and start putting others first.
Wow, thank you.
Okay, rĩu ngugaga atĩrĩrĩ, nĩ mwaria wega, mmepatiana really good interesting ideas, na ngwendaga kuongerera ũndũ ũngĩ njũĩ nĩ atĩ, like ũrĩa andũ metigĩire gũkorwo metigĩire technology. You don't have to be tech savvy. You do not have to be tech savvy to be successful. O ũrĩa people inyuĩ mũratũthikĩrĩria athikĩrĩria itu, o ũrĩa mwaigua atimia aya makĩaria ũrĩa mauga kwaga gwĩtigĩra take action na ũkorwo na indo icio tũrauga nĩgetha wanjie biacara yaku. That is all you need. There is no limit ya kuga atĩ oi niĩ ndaciarirwo sinjui niĩ gũtirĩ ũndũ njũĩ. Ndĩrakwĩra in our community just last week kũrarĩ na mũthuri na ararĩ 70, almost 75. Wa mĩaka 75 na araruta wĩra biacara-inĩ ĩno and he's making good 5 figures. 75. Rĩu ũcio nĩ mũndũ ona at the moment he's enjoying his grandkids. Nĩ guka no ti kuga atĩ rĩu nĩ ũndũ nĩ wakũrire ũikare thĩ atĩ ugage atĩ gũtirĩ ũndũ ũngĩhota. No, the only thing that will limit you is yourself. So you can run your business regardless of your age. You can be in your 60s, you can be in your 50s. As you've seen, you can be in your 70s. And we have a lot of those people because everyone's reason of starting their digital business is different. Like me, you will see I talk about being there for these kids. There are people who have been there, done that. Their kids are grown up, they're out of the house, but now they want more for their retirement, or they want something to do in their golden ages. You never know, labda ni mtu ama ni kusaidiana kuri angĩ marutaga biashara ĩno nĩgetha mateithie andũ angĩ, you know, which is a major reason. So ndũgaikare hau ugage ai niĩ nĩ ndakũrire ona computer ndacionire ndĩ in my 50s, kana atĩ ona computer niĩ ndĩracionire mũthenya ũngĩ and I am in my 60s. Please, icio nĩcio rĩu ciĩtagwo excuses. It doesn't matter how young or old you are. Ona andũ arĩa manduraga nĩ mũndũ wĩ 20 kĩndũ akiuga I am now retired, because they don't have anything to have retired from. So you can be successful in your 20s, like we've seen in our community, even as long as you're 18 and above. And like that gentleman, you can even be 75 and still earning your 5 figures. So it's all up to you. And I think it really comes back to what you said about kwĩira, na ũrĩa ũgũo ũhoro wa kĩrĩa kwĩira kana even your mindset. So you can be any age and still do this. So thank you sana, asante sana wasikilizaji kwa kutusikiza leo, na hopefully you've gained a little bit of wisdom about what you need to run your digital business. As we've said, we don't get tired of responding to these questions that we get. And if anyone has a parting shot, this might be the best time before we head off. So, Betty, you got any parting shot?
No, as always, faith over fear for me, you know. And you've touched a very good point there about people who are old, and it's not just the old generation that are stubborn like that to say, "Oh, I'm giving up and everything." Even the youngsters nowadays, you hear somebody say, "Ah, niĩ ndagerire rĩu niĩ njeteire mwathani." Let me tell you, hatirĩ handũ mwathani arĩũka akorwo gũtirĩ ũndũ ũreka. You have to be doing something for God to come and push you to the next level. You have to go back to him and saying, God, I have done this and this and this and this and this, so I leave everything else to you. Tiga gũthiĩ kũmwĩra atĩ njikarĩte o haha ndirĩ ũndũ ũngĩ rĩu ingĩka, rĩu niĩ Ngai nowe ũtunjetereire na ndũrĩ nginya ũramake a first step. Some of these things we have to do them ourselves. That is why we have knowledge, we have brains, we have feet, we have hands, we have eyes, we have all those things, and then you leave the rest to God. So if you're being held back by fear, please, that fear will not pay your bills at the end of the month. Please come in with courage, come in, dance in this storm scared, but at least make those moves. So for me, always faith over fear. We have seen it work. We have seen people who have practiced that, being transformed so well in this business, and we can only welcome you on the other side. Come and try it. As we said, you're not alone. We will be here to support you as your mentors and your coaches, and we can't wait to see you on the other side. So thank you so much for watching us.
Asante. Shiro?
All I can say is do your due diligence, listen to us, ask us any questions you want, but remember, this is not a get quick scheme. You have to work for it. Just like when you start a shop front somewhere, you have to put the stock and you have to show up every morning, every afternoon, every evening to show up on that shop so that people can know you and they can know what you're selling. So you have to work on it. But believe in yourself. Just remember that you deserve the best and go for that best that you want. This world has so much to offer, and you can be a part of what it is offering.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in and for watching. Na Mahida Mega, wherever you are, catch our replay and come back to us, slide into our DMs and talk to us. We love hearing and we love helping you to start your process of starting your own digital business. So reach out to us with your questions and comments. All right, sawa. Thank you, everyone. Let's say good night for now and till next time.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.